In the name of Allah, the Beneficent. Salam to all my students. Hope you're well. Now, are you ready to study? We are studying a very interesting unit these days, Friends Forever. So, I have a question for you. Guess who is the person who has all these attributes? Who is honest, who is caring, who shares his secrets with you, who is trustworthy, who plays with you, who helps you in trouble, and who is not a family member. So, have you guessed who is the one from among these all? Of course you have. It's friends. Now today, we're going to discuss what makes a good friend. Do you know what makes a good friend? Of course you do. But let's see what these kids have to say.
A good friend? What makes a good friend? What makes a good friend? A good friend is kind. A good friend is helpful. A good friend is caring. A good friend is respectful. What makes a good friend? 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 A good friend says nice things. A good friend is a good listener. A good friend shares. A good friend takes turns. What makes a good friend? 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 A good friend lets everybody play. A good friend smiles. A good friend looks after others. A good friend uses their manners. What makes a good friend? 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 I can be a good friend. I can be a good friend. You can be a good friend. You can be a good friend. We can be good friends. 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 What makes a good friend? What makes a good friend? What makes a good friend?
Why are we talking so much about good friends today? Because we have to write about it. We are going to write an essay on what makes a good friend. And the word limit is 175 to 200 words. How do you write an essay? Do you know? Well, of course you do. It has an introduction, it has a body and a conclusion. So, how do you write an introduction? That is a tricky part. Your introduction should be very interesting. You can start your introduction with a question or a quotation, or you can start it with an example. For example, your topic is already a question. You can start with, have you ever wondered what makes a good friend? You can start with a quotation like, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Or you can start with an example. You can take the example from your favorite story. You can take Harry Potter's example. Harry Potter and his friends could defeat Voldemort as their friendship was stronger than his power. Now, this is the beginning of the introductory paragraph. You will write more general information about the topic in the paragraph, but remember, you will not share your opinions in the introductory paragraph. When you're done with the introduction, you will move to the second paragraph. In the second paragraph, you have to tell your opinion of what you think is the quality of a good friend. You have read many qualities of good friends in this chapter, and there might be some qualities that are not mentioned in this chapter, but you know. Everyone knows what a good friend should be. So, first paragraph, you tell your opinion of what you think is a quality of a good friend, and then you will explain that why that quality is important in a good friend. In the third paragraph, you talk about another quality and explain again why that quality is necessary. In the fourth paragraph, you will talk about another quality and then again explain it, why it's important. You have read about a lot of adjectives about friendship in this chapter, that how a friend should be caring, honest, reliable, trustworthy. You can choose what you think, 3 qualities that are necessary in a good friend. Now, coming to the conclusion. In the conclusion, you do not introduce any new information. You only summarize your essay. And like the introduction, conclusion should also be very interesting. So, an essay has an introduction, then a body that consists of, in your essay, it consists of 3 paragraphs, in which in each paragraph you will explain your opinion and then give details about the opinion. Then you will tell why do you have that opinion. And in the last paragraph, that is paragraph 5, you will conclude the essay. That means you will summarize the essay you have just written in very interesting lines. Now, I think you have got the basics of essay writing. You're ready to write a good essay on what makes a good friend. But while writing, remember a few things. Your essay should have a suitable introduction. It should have clear sentences and supporting details. It should have correct punctuations and spellings, correct grammar and vocabulary. And remember, the word limit is 175 to 200 words. So, start working. I look forward to checking your homework. Take good care of yourselves. Goodbye.